Welcome back to part 2, the finishing of the fly, the unknown soldier. Next, what I'm going to do is grab a dubbing brush, and while I'm holding the thread, I'm going to just pick at this body and bring out some of this fur, the dubbing, and then I'm going to brush back towards the back of the hook, over the hackle and over the dubbing, and I'm getting my thread out of the way when I get near it. The top, you want it beat up a little bit more than the rest of the fly, just so that you can shape the top, you can press on it, and that provides a smoother platform for your wing to come. The next is my front hackle, and what it is Highlander green dyed guinea. And a good tip for you guys, this is the guinea that I prefer for salmon flies and steelhead flies. It's smaller dots. The bigger dots are great for intruders and such, but you get more definition out of these little ones. It looks more like a speckled look. So I'm going to look for a feather that will fit this nicely, that has small dots. That one looks pretty good. So now that I have this feather, I'm just going to prepare it. Pull back the fibers to the desired length that I want. That looks pretty good. Okay, now it's totally even. I'm going to tie it in. With 3 or 4 wraps. Pull it back. Do a couple more wraps. 5 or 6, whatever that was. Don't overwrap though. There we go. Those extra wraps I actually cleaned up the head, so you don't have to do it after. And I'm going to brush back and take off the stuff where it's thick at the stem. You only need 2 to 3 wraps of this anyways. You don't want it to look too thick. It's more of an eyeball type thing, what looks good as you're wrapping. So I'm stroking back the fibers, and one turn in front of the other. Well, that's pretty good. I used the whole stem, and it's not too thick. There we go. Come in behind. Then I hold this, make a few wraps ahead. I'm just cleaning up the area. And there we go. Next I have the wing to do, and the wing is mottled turkey. I have one from each side, so I'm going to take a section of each. So I put them together like this, and then I fold them, line them up, and this way I can make sure I have the exact amount of barbs on each side. So I'll line up the top edge, and press them together, and then I'll look at both sides, and that's pretty even. So now what I'll do is I'll measure it against the tail. That's about where I want it, about there. And I'm going to grab the back of the tail, or the back of the wing, and just, it makes a tent. So I'm going to put it where I want it, and I'm going to have one on each side, and then I can slide that back, one on each side of the eye of the hook. Then I'm going to hold it here, and do a couple of wraps. There we go. Oh, one of them came off. That's okay. It's pretty close. So now that I have this tied in, I'm going to make sure that it's even. And you can turn it. They're pretty tough, so you can reef on them a little bit if you want, just to get them in place. There we go. Almost there. Now the wing that's facing me has one extra fiber, so I'm just going to take my dubbing needle and strip that off. There we go, and then I hold the wing and just pull that off. That's pretty good. I can do some mild adjusting later as well. So now that I have that wing in, I'm going to trim the tags right up against where I tied them off. Don't do them all at once. You can get a better cut if you just do a few at a time. There we go. And then I'm going to take a couple wraps to cover that up. There we go. And lastly, I'm going to apply some jungle cock. And I have a couple of feathers right here that I've pre-sized. So I'm going to put them together. Oh, wrong one. There we go. There, now I have them together. And I'm going to line them up. And strip away the stuff I don't need. I like to go near where it starts. So now that I've done that, I'm going to put them on individually. So I'll start with this side. I'll lay it on its side. Hold it up against the wing. Do 2 wraps. There we go. So I have that in there. Do another couple wraps to secure it. Then I'll grab my other one. Do a couple wraps. It's lined up pretty good. Now while holding it, because it's a bouncy hook, I'll do a few more wraps. You can double it back if you like to make it more secure. There we go. And then cut away the excess. And then just cover up the white. Tack on all sides. Looks good. Then you whip finish. And some varnish. Sorry about the lengthy videos. I'm just trying to explain it. So it doesn't take me this long to tie the fly. So I'm just going around and putting varnish or crazy glue on the head for the first coat, and then I will add another couple coats of this clear varnish. And I'll check the wing here. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope the Unknown Soldier brings you luck when you fish. Happy tying.